Well, Reddit, you changed my life. Honestly, I don't think I would have had the courage to do what I did without you guys. I went to therapy, took the day off just to get my racing mind to calm down. Therapy has confirmed the things you guys suspected. I am a people pleaser. I wanted to save him, and I've internalized the idea that any effort and every penny I want him to spend on me makes me a gold digger. I will have weekly sessions to work on me. I realized I would never have taken this treatment from any of my exes, even though I made more than them. The idea that I had to prove myself worthy to be a millionaire and not be in it for the money got to my head pretty early. I called one of his siblings I'm pretty close with and told her everything. She was not surprised, but just sad about how unhappy he was making me. She told me from the day we started, he had this idea that I was out of his league. He struggled to understand why I wanted to be with him, and he probably just thought it must be my money. She told me she already talked to him in the past to treat me better. She was furious about the proposal. This information confused me a little. I was a little hurt she never discussed any of this before, but she thought it was none of her business. She also explained how she and her husband organize their finances. He doesn't have as much as her. I took the opportunity to pack a bag. I haven't found a place yet, but I'm going to stay with my parents. I made up my mind that I will at least want 6 months apart to get myself in order. I made sure my stuff was in the car because honestly, I had no idea how the conversation would go. So, on to the most difficult part. The talk. I waited for him to come home. He was pretty late, but I didn't want to sleep another night on this. Pretending I was fine while I was contemplating all this just ate me up. I'd written down what I wanted to say. I've never been so scared before. I didn't want to hurt him, and I didn't know how he would react. I took some advice from here. I opened up that I was moving out and that I wanted to pause our engagement. He was quiet and sat down. I told him he really hurt me by calling me a gold digger and that I'm done walking on eggshells and feeling guilty for just wanting basic things. I told him I was unhappy and felt neglected. I also told him that after 3 years of me showing up for him, he still doesn't think I'm there for him. He was quiet. He didn't say anything. I told him the constant comparing to his ex was unhealthy and unfair. Punishing me for her sins was I told him comparing her to me all the time has triggered me comparing myself to her and started to feel like she was worth more than me. One of the things about her was mostly ungratefulness. He would do nice things for her, but it was never enough. The thing is, he doesn't do nice things for me, and I have to be grateful for the pleasure of picking up the bill. Oh, girly pop, absolutely not! Guess what? Now he's the gold digger. That's what's up. I told him he was not ready for marriage. I said I dreaded having kids with him and living like this. I didn't trust he would take care of me if I would become a stay-at-home mom. And at that point, I just called him a user. I was getting pretty angry saying all of this out loud, losing my composure and script a little bit. He remained quiet with almost no emotion on his face. I stayed quiet, but nothing came out, so I decided I would just leave. Only when I got up to go, he said, "Please don't go." He asked me if I was pausing the wedding or calling it off. He wanted to know if it was over or if he still had a shot. I told him I wanted out of his house. I didn't want to live in his ex's palace of sadness anymore. I needed him to go to therapy, and especially financial therapy. I told him I was open to couples counseling if he went into IC. He begged me not to do the separation, but honestly, I really wanted it. I just told him to think about it, and I left him. He was finally showing me some emotions, and he was crying at this point. Good. He sent me a very long text somewhere in the AM. Told me he was a wreck and couldn't sleep. He made all kinds of promises. He would go into therapy, sell his house, buy a smaller one, and make sure I'm taken care of whatever happens. He said he would help me decorate, and we will make a home. He asked me again to please come home, but to me, it doesn't feel like home there anyway. I feel empty and tired. I've been sleeping most of the day. I feel guilty, but also a little relieved, if that makes sense. I don't know if I actually want him back if he does all that. I'm a little unsteady right now. I need some time to process. I will go back for the kitchen supplies and my TV. I won't take anything else of the furniture. This for the exact same reason I was unwilling to buy everything. His house is huge, so the couch is huge. I can't take it. I'm not closing all doors, but as for now, we are broken up. I have no contact. The first week he transferred a large amount of money into my account. Okay, that's not what that's different, okay? That's not what we want. We just want to be treated with basic respect. We don't need you to give us an allowance. It really rubbed me the wrong way. It showed me that he still thought money was what kept me here. I deducted the couch I left and transferred everything else back, and I asked for no contact. He's been respectful of it, and I feel free at the moment. I feel guilty for my needs. I have an autoimmunity problem, and the cold house caused it to flare up. Even after that, he kept turning the heat down. He'd rather have made me miserable than pay what? $100 extra at the end of the year? The last thing I heard is that he put the Palace of Sadness on the market. I've seen the ad, so I'm happy he's going through with that. I've heard from his sister that he's in therapy. I'm happy for that, and I hope he keeps that up. He's keeping his promises so far, but I need to see real change, and even then, I don't really know. I'm building my own life by myself, thinking about getting a puppy. Ooh, yes! If I give him another shot, it has to all start from scratch. I want to start dating again and to take it slow. Therapy is a really good idea. I now know I was just bringing this on myself as a people pleaser. The disease to please. It really is, because in the end, we are the ones that are hurting ourselves. And we shouldn't feel bad about, expecting kindness from people, especially the people that we're supposed to spend the rest of our lives with. I wanted this man to be so happy, I forgot about myself. Never again. You gotta be willing to walk away from any situation that doesn't serve you. Remember that. Update. 3 months after the original post. Thank you for everyone reaching out to me. I've closed on a little apartment for myself. I got a puppy. After being in a home where I was truly loved, my parents realized how sad, cold, and alone I had been. Over time, I went blind over a lot of things. Blind to a comfortable home temperature, comfortable with thinking about every penny spent, feeling guilty for buying a dress I wanted for so long that was finally on sale, feeling entitled for wanting date nights, being treated, sometimes. I started to think about what makes me happy. I love to travel, dress up, and go to a nice restaurant, throw dinner parties, entertain people, have a cozy house, and I realized how much he's taken from me with that one sentence.
Is that really necessary?
Yes, it is. Happiness is necessary. Is travel necessary? Is having nice clothes necessary? A shower, a haircut, a party, a hobby, a wedding? No. I know now that he's broken and he has trauma, and I have no time or energy for that. He got free from and decided to become the. I know he's in therapy, and we initially agreed on 6 months to go low contact, but I felt I was certain it was not for me anymore, and I didn't want to keep him dangling. Breaking up with him was very hard. It made me very sad. I never wanted to hurt him, and I loved this man deeply. I wanted us to be each other's happy ever after. We both came from dark places, and I wanted us to thrive. His family told me I was the one. I was everything he was looking for, and I felt so lucky. The sad thing is that you were exactly the type of woman that he needed. You were the total opposite of the woman that took everything from him. And yet he still treated you as if you were that woman. I genuinely think that if he had just done the bare minimum, you would still be together, but he couldn't even do that. He treated the one woman that had no expectations, that wanted to provide for him, that wanted to show him love and show him that she was not like that. He treated her like he should have treated his ex-wife. The irony. I love a little dramatic irony. I feel failed, like my story has a bad ending. Doesn't, babe. It doesn't. Good for you. I'm genuinely so happy for you. I genuinely think that you will find someone who cherishes you and is willing to give you whatever you need. I will take my time to just be me. I hope he does the same. I truly hope he finds the one and becomes happy. Mostly I hope that for myself, but for now I'm enough by myself with the pupper. This is not a bad ending. I think that you have finally stood up for yourself. You have broken out of the role of people pleaser, and you're choosing yourself. I know it feels weird. It does. You feel guilty. You feel bad about choosing yourself over others. But I think in this case, you needed to. I'm proud of you. So we did get an update in the comments where she says that she's dating someone new. People say never settle because there's better out there for you. I never believed it. Honestly, I was ready to be a crazy dog lady for the rest of my life. I was enjoying being single. My friends urged me to start dating just to get the hang of it. He was my third date. I went against my will and I was not 100% into it, but when I saw him in real life, OMG, sparks flew like never before. I actually just got goosebumps. My legs are prickly. I'm in my 30s, so you would have thought experienced it all. But this, wow. He's everything my ex was not. He's kind and caring, cooks me dinner, gets flustered but is grateful for the gifts he gets. He treats me to dinners, will not even allow me to go Dutch on it. He has planned and booked dates and trips months in advance, even before we were well and good official. Buys me gifts. He's not as wealthy as my ex, but makes a good living. His income is comparable to mine, but he treats me like a queen. And that's on period, my love. And between me and you and all the Redditors that dig this deep in the comments, the love making is insane. So please take away from this, never settle. Trust the process, babe. Oh, we're trusting this. And I love that for you.